Let's talk Tanya for the third of a leap year. In yesterday's Tanya, we explained that the lower level of tshuva, contemplating our sins, our mistakes, our mess-ups, produces a brokenness, a sadness. The higher level of tshuva, the awareness that we have returned to God and united with God, produces happiness. But how do we manage these two conflicting feelings? So yesterday we talked about separating them into different times. In today's Tanya, the Alter Rebbe says, there's another way of doing this. And that is, if we are mature people, then we can actually experience both feelings at the same time. The Alter Rebbe cites the words of the Zohar, Chedva tekiya b'liboy mesitra da, b'chia tekiya b'liboy mesitra da, which means joy is wedged in my heart on one side, crying is wedged in my heart on the other side. The source of this in the Zohar says that Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, he taught his son many of the secrets of the Torah that relate to the destruction of the Holy Temple. And that was the reaction of his son. He said, on the one hand, I am broken because we're talking about the destruction of the Holy Temple, but at the same time, I'm overjoyed and delighted about hearing these secrets of the Torah. And we can all experience this, which is, on the one side, the recognition of the mistakes that we've made in the past, understanding the failures that we've had, leads us to being broken beings. But at the same time, on the other side, we can be completely overjoyed about our restored relationship with God and the unity that we're experiencing with God at the moment. But if we really, really appreciate what we've done, the damage that we've done, how can we be happy? So in this chapter and the next one, the Alter Rebbe is going to give us some thoughts that we can consider, which allow us to be happy, although we are fully aware of our past indiscretions, the mistakes, and the damage that we have done, we can be happy. The first point the Alter Rebbe makes, which is what we talk about in today's Tanya, is the knowledge and the confidence that when we ask God for forgiveness, He forgives. We could take that for granted. What a reassuring thought. That's something that should make us happy. And we know this is the case because every single day we say in the davening, in the Amidah, what do we say? We say, Slach lanu avinu, we ask God for forgiveness. And then we say, Baruch atah Hashem, blessed are you, O God. Chanun hamar b'lesleach, the one who forgives and the one who abundantly forgives. Now we know in halacha there's a rule, safek brachas l'hakel, which means that we don't make a bracha when there's a doubt. If you're not sure whether you're going to eat, you can't make a bracha. If there's a doubt whether you're going to have an apple, you can't say, okay, I'm going to make a bracha. Maybe someone's going to bring me an apple. If we're not sure that God is going to forgive us for our sins, how can we make the blessing? And the answer is we are sure. We know that God forgives. We know that God forgives also because there's a halacha. Halacha is that if someone asks you for forgiveness and that person is sincere, we are supposed to forgive that person. Now, if that's a halacha, if that's what's expected of us human beings, certainly God does that also. And when we ask God for forgiveness, He forgives us. So I am fully aware of the sins that I have done, but nevertheless, I'm filled with joy knowing that when I ask God for forgiveness, He forgives me. But this leads us to an obvious question. If this is what's expected even of human beings, and a person who is an upstanding human being and Jew will forgive anyone who forgives them, who asks for forgiveness, then why are we praising God and saying, God, you forgive? What's the big deal? It's expected of us also. The Alter Rebbe will address and answer this question in tomorrow's Tanya.